Welcome to the Monza Curva Grande Circuit, where we throw out the first chicane of Retifilo and go flat out until the Della Roggia chicane. With the long straight on the normal layout turned even longer, it's bound to have some great battles with the help of the old slipstream. We're in a race actually with a certain Mr. Luke Addison in split 1 as we go green at the Temple of Speed. We won't be able to trouble Luke Addison as, he's probably gonna be too fast for us. But that isn't gonna stop us from having a great race. Right now, we're side by side with the blue Porsche. That is us there in the blue Mustang on the inside of the Porsche as the Porsche's getting the slipstream from Luke Addison. But now Addison breaks it. The South African leading this race at the moment. We're on the outside of them, but the Mustang of Schneider is on our inside and gets a really good run out of Curva Grande. Going into Della Roggia, we have to cut the chicane to play it safe and not make contact, but unfortunately to prevent a track limits violation, we give the Mustang of Burtenberg a run into the first Lesmo, but since he's on the outside, he won't be able to make that move stick, as that move is very difficult to execute, especially in a clean manner. We're gonna jump straight into the action. On lap 2, we round the first chicane, Della Roggia chicane, and we get a snap going over the sausage curb. This car, with my driving style, I'm still not used to this car. This is my very first race in this car and track combo. As we round the first Lesmo, we also get another piece of oversteer on the brakes, and now that gives the Mustang and the Lexus behind of Cornelius Verboom a chance, and the Lexus barges by us. He was on the inside of the second Lesmo, but now since he compromised his exit to make that move on us, we have a run in him going into the Ascari chicane. But unfortunately on the outside, we're not gonna be able to make the move stick, as he now solidifies his P5 position, and we have to concede and fall back to P6 with two Porsches hot on our heels behind. Going into the next lap though, we immediately have a chance to re-overtake the Lexus of Cornelius Verboom. We fake to the left but go to the right, and crucially we get the inside line for the flat out Curva Grande, because if you're on the outside you have a tendency to wash out, and that may have happened to Cornelius Verboom as he tried to hang around the outside, but he just gets a little bit of understeer. Unfortunately, we stay to the middle of the track but don't defend the inside enough to deter a move as he goes on the inside, and unfortunately we hit him and the Porsche behind hits us. There was a little bit of netcode. I'm not sure if that was my fault. Let's have a second look at that incident. We're on board with the Porsche 911 behind. We're battling with the Lexus of Cornelius Verboom, and unfortunately I think we may have tagged his rear to avoid making further contact with him. We hit the brakes and caught the Porsches behind off guard. That incident though gave us a little bit of breathing room to P6, which is now Eunice Bomnigel. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but as we're going through the Ascari chicane, we get a snap of oversteer once again on the sausage curbs. This has not been a very good first few laps for us, as now the Mercedes driver has a run on the inside of Parabolica. We're gonna try to hang it out around the outside and use the superior acceleration of the Ford Mustang in fixed setup. We do make contact as we have to lift a tad bit there to not go and wash out and understeer wide onto the gravel, but Eunice Bomnigel overtook us, and now we have a chance to re-overtake him, charging through the main straight. We're on the outside, but luckily we get ahead of him before the corner, the flat out corner of Curva Grande. But now through the second part of this section, he's gonna get the slipstream now, and he's gonna dive down the inside just like the Lexus did to us earlier, but we're gonna try to hang it around the outside, which turns into the inside. But unfortunately we cannot carry as much speed as the Mercedes of Eunice Bomnigel, and great defense by him. He makes the move stick to stay in P5. Now though, we have another run on him. This time we're gonna go around the outside, hopefully in Curva Grande. This time around also, we're not going to be able to get fully ahead of him before the corner. As we make contact there, entering the flat out corner, Bomnigel manages to get fully ahead. We're gonna try it down the inside, but unfortunately we have to kind of lift off there, as I was not yet very confident with the brakes on this car, and I was afraid of plowing into his rear end. Immediately though, we're gonna get a second bite of the cherry, as we're gonna see our entry into Parabolica. As we go through this corner, Eunice Bomnigel goes a little bit wide. We take the tighter line, and that results in us getting alongside of the Mercedes driver, and crucially on the inside, maybe going into Curva Grande. We're side by side. The Mercedes has a side draft as well though, so he can stick alongside us. The top speed of this Mustang isn't very good, but the acceleration is, which has helped us. But going around the outside is Eunice Bomnigel in the Mercedes. Somehow he manages to make the move stick. He kept his foot in. Full confidence from him, and now the Lexus behind with a double slipstream of Cornelius Verboom, who made a mistake earlier on. Nearly had a run on us on the outside of the Della Roggia chicane, but we defended the inside well, and he couldn't make any move. Once again, out of Parabolica, we're gonna have another run on the Mercedes. We tuck into a slipstream and switch once again to the outside of Curva Grande. Hopefully we can make this move stick now, and try to take some notes from him and keep our foot in. No hesitation and full confidence. Unfortunately, top speed of the Mercedes is really good, so he can keep his foot pinned on the inside, and since there's a banking on the inside, he manages to keep P5 and still defend from us successfully. This is fast forward maybe about 2 laps, as now we're in the same sort of situation here. This time we're fully alongside him early on of Curva Grande. Once again, Lexus tries to make it 3 wide. Luckily he backs out of it to not cause any chaos into the flat out corner. Once again, the Mercedes of Eunice Bomnigel has such good speed around the corner, and we have to tuck back into slipstream, which we're gonna try to go around the outside of him into Della Roggia, but the Lexus on our radar makes a generational dive bomb and cuts the track as well, as we get pushed wide by Eunice Bomnigel, which gives the Mercedes of Dominic Strauss encouragement to send it down our inside into first Lesmo, as we get another snap of oversteer. So that is 2 positions gone just like that. We lost a position to the Lexus of Cornelius Verboom and the Mercedes of Dominic Strauss. The next lap, however, the Mercedes drivers are gonna fight it out for P5. Dominic Strauss tries to go around the outside. He makes the move stick, but he goes deep and has to cut the corner, which gives Eunice Bomnigel a really bad exit as he's flashing his lights. He's trying to defend from us, but since we're on the inside and it's very difficult to defend or make a move on the outside on the first Lesmo, we finally get ahead of Eunice Bomnigel despite losing 2 positions to Cornelius Verboom and Strauss. But we're sort of gonna redeem ourselves and try to get ahead of Dominic Strauss as we're on the last lap now. Entering Parabolica, he brakes really early, and he gets on throttle earlier than us, but unfortunately for him, he can't pin down the throttle fast enough. And so with the superior acceleration of the Mustang, we're gonna go side by side across the start finish line. It's gonna be a photo finish, but it's gonna be P5 for us. If you're wondering why we weren't in P6 and we moved up to P5, like I said, the Mustang earlier, who overtook us on lap 1 going into the Della Roggia chicane, made a mistake, the Mustang of Schneider, so that gives us P5 at the end of the race. We definitely could have gotten P4 had we not fought with Eunice Bomnigel, but honestly, for that fight, I think the result was worth it. It's still a top 5 finish for us. Apologies by the way for the shorter video this time around. Maybe for the next one I can make it 2 races, or if you like this length with a bit more depth to the race next video, then please let me know down in the comments. That's gonna be it for today.